I was 16 when the world ended. It didn't come to pass how, or when, everyone thought it would. No, it came much sooner, and in a much more frightening way. It came from a human being, on a beautiful spring afternoon. March 2nd, 2021, Chicago, Illinois. The day we were supposed to take down Typhex's entire operation and stop her from taking control over everything.
Take care of yourself, Storm.
You sure that dress is practical for this?
She says of course not, but at least she'll be dressed for a nice dinner when we get back.
Okay, that almost makes sense, I guess. But white? I'll just get blood all over it. Just go in something else and change back tonight. It's a good celebratory dress anyways.
Come on, Venus, you might as well wear something else. You look great and all, but I'm with Storm. No, I do think it's a nice dress, but you'll do better in something else. You know, there's nothing more attractive than a girl that kills in style. Goodbye, Storm. I'm gonna go make sure she puts on something more appropriate, but I'll see you when we get back.
Here, kid. Take this. Epi told me to give it to you so you can keep an eye on the watch. I'll be back before you know it, don't worry. Probably before you even get to sleep, so.
Good luck, man. I'll get drunk on orange juice when you get back,
Alright,
yeah?
you know it. I'll hold you to it. Alright, see ya.
Take care of yourself. If we're not back during the night, run away. Run far away and don't look back. Got it?
Yeah, but you'll be back. I know it.
Goodbye, Storm.
The plan was simple. Break into Typhex's laboratory complex, sneak and fight our way to her office, and kill her. And it would have worked, except for the one thing we didn't foresee. The Reaper. It was a massacre. Our leader, Epinostica, was killed instantly. Z and Nebula, the other regular humans, were surrounded, annihilated. And the assassins that had been loyal to our cause, they were snatched away to God knows where, forced to once again become the way Typhexa intended. Every one of Epinostica's followers destroyed. All except me. I was the one member of our little group that didn't fall to the Reaper, having been deemed too young to participate in the raid. Instead, I was hidden away where Typhexa could never find me, in the hopes that if Epinostica's mission failed, she would have a last resort advantage over her sister, an anonymous face who could survive to raise a new army in the name of the rebel. 4 years now I've been on the run, staying close enough to monitor Typhexa, but just out of her immediate surveillance precinct. I never stay in one place more than 12 hours. I sleep in abandoned buildings, on park benches, in trees, and in ditches. My water comes from rivers and creeks, and I have to steal in order to eat. I wander back roads and forest paths, hoping to go unrecognized. I live in fear, for at any second my freedom could be ripped away from me. In these 4 desolate years, any hope of ever getting my friends back has dwindled into nothing. Now, my only mission is to put an end to the society where only the paragon of human capability is allowed to survive. See, Typhexa always wanted perfection. That was the entire purpose of creating her prized assassins, and now she has all the power to force her vision. She uses the assassins to purify her world of societal blemishes. The sick, the homeless, the intellectually deficient, the poor, the uneducated, the disabled, all those she deems unworthy of life. Even criminals who have done nothing she hasn't done worse. Because, after all, only the government is allowed to break the law. And what do people do about it? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. At any given moment, someone is calling in to tell Typhexa that there is someone, their enemy, their friend, their brother, their sister, their father, their mother. There is somebody who needs to be exterminated. It doesn't matter how much you're loved. If you possess one of Typhex's illegal flaws, I can guarantee you'll be dead before morning. The worse your crime, the shorter your life. That's how the world works now. It seems that from the moment Typhex's voice, full of silky smooth venom, came over every radio in the world to declare her new system and justify her logic, she had everything she could ever want. She finally had the world at her fingertips. A planet packed full of puppets she could dance from her office in the heart of Chicago. Even the assassins who live luxurious lives in Typhex's complex are nothing but empty pawns. They're always there to carry out all of her dirty work. Any idea she has that she doesn't want to sully her hands with, the assassins carry out. No questions asked. As the name suggests, assassins are ruthless killing machines. Every one of them is genetically modified and specially trained to possess a certain set of lethal skills. In the time since our mission went sour, I've documented over 1,000 deaths at the hands of the assassins in Chicago alone, and I know all of their MOs. Wolf, a brute who uses his strength to overwhelm his physically inferior victims. Bullet, a skilled sniper who can run even faster than his rounds can fly. Shadow, the master of blades, the ghost in the night, and, formerly, my best friend. Singer and Venus, Death's duet. Singer's a born con man with a silver tongue who lures people to her girlfriend Venus. Venus, whose nails secrete poison in the same manner as a poison dart frog's skin. They used to be my friends too. And Blur, the Reaper, the assassin who ended the world. I've never seen her. No one has. All I know is that she's extraordinarily stealthy and can shift her appearance the way a cuttlefish on the hunt might. And she always kills by putting an arrow straight through her victims' skulls.
He went that way. He always was a child.
You scared me, Shadow.
Here, for protection. Don't scream.
Shadow,
You've been causing us a lot of trouble lately, Storm Warning.
you're coming back, right?
Storm, you're my best friend. Of course I'm coming back for you. I always will.
Promise?
Promise. I'll see you tomorrow, okay?
You know, we used to be best friends.
You're coming.
I love you.
I love you too. You're coming with me.
Hello, Stormlight.
It's nice to finally meet you in person. I've heard so much about you from your friends. Did you know Shadow thinks you're the scum of the earth? I can't imagine how that must feel, but don't worry. You won't be feeling any of that for much longer. Very soon you'll think like me. Or, of course, you won't be thinking, well, anything.
I'll take the latter. Thanks.
Oh no, I think you'll come around. No one ever leaves here until they're perfect. You'll be interested to know that's how I've done all this. That's how I've so easily taken over your pathetic world. I've spent years perfecting the process of turning the most powerful people into ventriloquist dummies, full of my words and my ideas. Compared to them, you'll be easy. Just a scared little boy trying to play Superman. You think I can't possibly win, but here's the best part. I already have.
No, you haven't. You're arrogant and you're disgusting. And it won't take long for someone to rise up where you strike me down. There's someone out there who wants you dead as much as I do.
But is there? Think about it, child. My sister and her worthless friends are dead. All the assassins follow my orders, and you're about to join one of those parties. I'm going to take your mind, and if I can't have that, I'm going to take your life. Now, Hangman, don't you feel ashamed of who you used to be? You were such a daft young man with absurd notions of saving a world that no longer needs saving. Tell me you feel stupid.
Yes, I do feel I was foolish.
And you now realize that the world is a much nicer place, much more, shall we say, preferable now that I'm making all the decisions?
Of course. Insurrection is such an abhorrent thing.
That is correct, Hangman. You learned so quickly. 3 years ago you were so very misguided, poisoned by my sister's lies, and I feared there was no hope for you. Yet here you are today, reformed and ready to heed my every command. Life is so much better when everything is controlled and regimented, don't you think?
Yes. Yes, you're right.
Excellent. I'm glad we're in agreement. Now, I have another assignment for you. As always, I've given you his description, a list of his crimes, and his location. This target is exceptionally important to me, and I want his death to be public. So be a good boy and hang him where the whole city can see. All right?
As you wish.